Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I wasn't going to jump on, but you do need to tie your shoes. I don't want there to be any accidents. My God, what a great version of that song.
Oh, thanks.
One more reason to see you live. So good. All right, you got another one?
Yeah, this is Rican Beach. my bones. Don't take my home. Baby, it's a solid price. It comes with my bones.
Hurray for the Riff Raff live here on KEXP. Sounding great. A couple of songs off the Navigator, the brand new album, and played those two songs quite a bit when we got those singles.
Oh,
but
cool.
then the first time I heard the record straight through, I actually was up in the mountains, up in the Cascades, and brought it with me. And I love a song that tells a story, but the fact that the entire album is a story, that I have to tell you is the way to listen to it, especially the first time. Because I listened beginning to end to beginning up in a snowy cabin. It was
nice.
No
one does that anymore.
I know. I was thinking, thank you for doing that. And can you talk a little bit about the concept of the album and the storyline that runs throughout it?
Yeah, I created an alter ego. Her name is Navita. She is a young 17-year-old Puerto Rican girl from kind of a Gotham City. It's based off New York City. And she is, the first half of the album is just kind of like setting her environment, explaining where she's from, the people around her. And she feels very suffocated by where she comes from and all these identities she feels like she doesn't fit into. So she is put under a spell where she wakes up 40 years later. And it's the same city, but it's been gentrified and segregated so much that she cannot find any glimpse of the culture that she's from. So it's all about her running away from who she is and where she comes from, and then her trying to find it.
When did that hit you to tell that story in that way? Clearly, some of it you relate to.
Oh, definitely.
So
yeah.
Did it hit you at once? Is a concept album something that you wanted to do, or was there a moment, or was it a gradual process for you to figure that out?
Well, I definitely, I come to everything pretty late. I started listening to Ziggy Stardust 2 years ago. And I really thought that it would be so fun to come up with a concept and a story. And I immediately thought in my head, there's a voice that was like, oh, you're too lazy to do that. So that was the moment where I was like, I have to prove myself wrong. And then once I had the idea and the idea of Navita, she's kind of like my tank girl slash, Dorothy. It really was a process of me teaching Navita about what it means to be a Puerto Rican woman, and by teaching her, it taught me.
As a songwriter, did you find it not easier, but was it sort of liberating to be able to go through somebody else to tell a story?
It was very freeing. Yeah, I felt like I could touch on some subjects that I used to think I didn't belong enough to. I thought I couldn't really talk that much about Puerto Rican history. I thought I couldn't really talk that much about where I come from, which is New York City, and I felt like I didn't belong enough or something. And with Navita, I was like, well, I know Navita belongs. She doesn't think she does, but I know she does. It felt really freeing to write to her.
Well, it's an album again. I've been hearing for years that albums are dead and it's just song by song, but it seems like, especially on vinyl, you can still tell a story.
Yeah.
And so being a little late to the game is probably a good thing, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's better not to know better.
No, totally. And I'm really excited that I learn about so many classics now because they're not burnt out for me. Like during my high school years, I was either running away or I was listening to like the Dead Kennedys only. So it's cool to find out about these classic records now that can really take them in.
And I read you spent a lot of time in the East Village and the Lower East Side, Tompkins Square Park. I've spent a lot of time in that park.
Oh, wow.
My buddy owns Hi-Fi, the bar, right there on
I probably snuck in with a fake ID.
Absolutely.
Probably knows me.
I stumbled out of there one night and got engaged under the big tree that sits.
Whoa.
That tree's very holy. That's where the Hare Krishna movement started.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I spent way too much time by that tree.
Oh, me too. Tompkins Square Park is a very interesting place. I grew up in the Bronx. It's like an hour and a half on the train. And I thought I was making this pilgrimage to get away from my family, and I was just being my own person, being so rebellious, hanging out with all the poets and the weirdos down there. And then, sure enough, a couple of years ago, my dad's like, I used to play Latin jazz in that park in the 70s. I hung out with Bruce Lee one time. He had all these crazy stories. It's really funny that because the New Yorican poetry movement started there. So much culture has happened there. So
I love that park.
Yeah.
We were there one day. My kid went to school there in his kindergarten. And
wow.
I was giving him some life lesson. And right then, a massive undercover drug bust took place.
Whoa.
2 benches down where we had to dive to the ground.
Oh my
and
God.
Okay, well, there's life lesson number 2, son.
Yeah.
Welcome to New York. So you got out of New York and you talk a little bit about your travels. That's kind of old school too. You were hitchhiking and riding trains, and what was that experience like?
Well, I was 17. I was kind of doing that until the age of 19. Mm-hmm. I eventually ended up in New Orleans, somewhere in there. And that was when I started playing music on the street. Before that, I just felt like I wasn't really going anywhere in life. I was doing bad in school. I just had this desire to adventure out and to see the country. To me, New York was really suffocating. I was like, I want to go to the smallest town and see what America is about, And in New Orleans is when I started playing music on the street, and I just started writing songs there. So New Orleans really taught me so much about music and spirituality and, community and music. It really has influenced my songwriting a lot.
So the first time you played live was down there?
Yeah, the first time I played
out on the street
yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I'd play some Nirvana songs every once in a while. But I really didn't think I was good enough. It took me a while, probably until I was 17, to meet other kids that were very encouraging. And we were playing a lot of, American folk music because we were carrying our instruments on our back. So it was a lot about acoustic stuff. What can you take into the square at 8 o'clock at night and try to make a couple of bucks?
Do you remember the first time you did that?
Yeah, it was right around Mardi Gras, the year before the storm. And I was actually playing a washboard. We were playing a lot of Johnny Cash songs. It was me and these 6 other friends of mine. And we just decided that was what we were going to do. We were going to play music every day, all day, try to learn as many songs as possible. And it really saved my life.
Well, that goes to my next question, too. Something we ask people is why music matters to you, why it's important to you.
Well, right now, music is my way of connecting with the world, and I really feel like it's really important right now for musicians can remind us of our humanity. You know, like right now, everything is so confusing and it's so divided, especially in our country, and there's so many boundaries and borders that are being drawn between us. And I feel like music opens all of that up, and it doesn't have to adhere to any of that. And that's what is really making me feel empowered right now. It's what's giving me energy in a really confusing time.
And one last thing about your live show, something that really strikes me is your message on the stage. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
I think it's such a simple but powerful message to the people in the room. When did that start?
Well, I really, when we went out on tour, we just put out this record in March. And there was no denying that we were going off to travel the whole country to where a lot of people are probably feeling very scared. No matter what they believe in, everybody feels really scared and confused about the future. And that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a very simple message that just kind of reminded people to look around the room and to know that we're all suffering and we're all trying to imagine a better world for our children. We have a lot of people depending on us. This is such an important time, and all of our actions really matter right now. So I wanted something simple that could just kind of get to the heart of the matter.
And I think it tells a message to the people in the room, too, that this musical experience.
Yes, definitely.
We are experiencing this moment right now together.
Yeah.
You should enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah. You should follow Hurray for the Riff Raff on the socials. I do. And I love seeing your shows. It's just, you have such a positive outlook, and it's great. And speaking of shows, you have some. You're going up to Canada tonight.
Yep.
But don't worry, coming back to Seattle, so a lot of travel on I-5. Coming back here and playing tomorrow night at the Crocodile.
Yes,
okay.
Come see us.
Definitely see them, and they have one of the best albums of the year, hands down. They're Hurray for the Riff Raff live here on KEXP.
Sweetest thing, that he's never tasted. Mariposa singing love songs, all in her dark apartment. 14 floors of birthing, and 14 floors of dying. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. Living in the city, it's hard. When I take you to the stairwell, I give you something I can offer. The heart is not the hopeless. The heart is a lonely hunter. Hot long summer days, we're just sneaking by the river. Oh, I lock my dreams away, and I watch the city quiver. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. Living in the city, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Gypsy bit the dust. The stuff he had, it was poison. And now everybody wants just a taste of what we sold. Standing on the rooftop,
Hurray for the Riff Raff, live here on KEXP and living in the city from the new album called The Navigator. And although, does it still feel very new? You've been touring on it for a few months. And where are you on the life cycle here of the tour and everything else? You like midway through?
Midway.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like how far advanced are you planned for this?
We're probably going to give 2 years of our lives. We're married for 2 years.
Nice. Well, at least you know what you're doing for the next couple of years. That's good. All right. Hooray for the Riff Raff. Again, The Navigator is the new album. They play tomorrow in Vancouver, or tonight in Vancouver, and tomorrow in Seattle. You got one more for us.
Yes. This is a song called Lante. Means move forward, to go forward.
Well, I just wanna go to work and get back home and be something. Oh, I just wanna fall in line and do my time and be something. Well, I just wanna prove my worth on the planet Earth and be something. Well, I just wanna fall in love and not mess it up and feel something. Well, lately, I don't understand what I am. Treated as a fool, not quite a woman or a man. Well, I don't know, I guess I don't understand the plan. Colonized and hypnotized, be something. Something. Oh, well, take your pay, but stay out the way. Be something. Well, do your best, forget the rest. Be something. Well, lately, it's been mighty hard to see. Just searching for my lost humanity. I look for you, my friend, but do you look for me? Lately, I'm not too afraid to die. I wanna leave it all behind. About it sometime. And lately all my time's been moving slow. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Just give me time and I'll know. Oh, any day now. Oh, any day now. I will come along. They all died, dreaming, hating, and waiting. Dead Puerto Ricans who never knew they were Puerto Ricans, who never took a coffee break from the 10 Commandments to kill, kill, kill the landlords of their cracked skulls and communicate with their Latino souls. From the nervous breakdown streets where the mice live like millionaires and the people do not live at all.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hurray.
Good morning.
Good morning. Wake up. It's time to get up. Hooray for the Riff Raff. One of the better live bands we'll see in here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and keep it up. Just, I hope this tour goes well, and everyone should go see Hooray for the Riff Raff. The Navigator is, again, one of the contenders for Album of the Year for sure. Thank you all for being up early
Oh, totally.
and sharing your music today. And again, they will be playing tomorrow in Seattle. Tonight, they're making their way up to Vancouver. I want to thank everybody here at KEXP for making these sessions possible, our crew, and, of course, the people who donate and support independent radio. It's because of you that these great sessions happen. We are 90.3 KEXP in Seattle. All right.
Yay!
Nice work.
Good job,
Wow, that was
everybody.
great.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?